Yo, what's up? So I'm on my way home from work. It's Sunday, and I usually get out of work about noon on Sunday. I run I'm at two different offices. I start my day at a different office than mine because I'm the manager of the Amazon contract. And if people that know why you see USPS trucks, why you see mail trucks on Sunday, is because we have a contract with Amazon and we deliver on Sunday for them. And I manage that in two different places. So hooray for me. I was gonna talk a little bit about the legal system. Did you guys catch me on DC Media Girl on her Rumble? I was on there Saturday night. Ooh, super tired too. Today I'm on like day 7 of a 10-day work grind, and then I'll have some time off, paid time off, then vacation, then when I come back from vacation, more time off. So I got like a couple of weeks coming up. And when you have a job that you get the paid vacation, it really helps, man. It really helps. A lot of people don't get paid when they're not at work, and they don't accrue vacation days. I do, and it's not a 10-hour day, it's not overtime, but a vacation day is an 8-hour day of base pay, which is better than nothing, better than just saying, well, I'm not getting paid, I had to save my money. So I can essentially go on vacation for 2 weeks. I get a paycheck before I go on vacation for 2 weeks, and there'll be another paycheck for me when I get back. I'm very grateful for that. But drinking a Monster to stay awake because I got stuff to do. I got to change the chicken coop today, change everything out. I got to somehow try to crank back about 6 hours of sleep tonight, and then Mondays always suck at the post office. But if you didn't see it, go to Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, DC Media Girl, she's got a couple of channels, and we had a great talk. We have a lot in common. We both have significant others that have a YouTube presence. We've both been embroiled in the legal system for fuckery in YouTube, so we could talk about that a little bit. We didn't discuss her case or anything like that on the live stream, but I have talked to her personally offline about it and stuff, and hopefully shed some pearls of wisdom, because she's going to win that. I mean, I wasn't going to talk too much about it, but I know there's a GoFundMe. I hope that this is what happens with that GoFundMe. I hope she gets $10,000 or whatever from it. I know the people have been very forthcoming. If you have YouTube fuckery that becomes legal, it's all horseshit anyway. If you have a decent platform, your followers, they'll help you out. And I think that's the first step. Hussey is trying to sue DC Media Girl, I guess, for slander. We talked about it. I'm not gonna freaking get all into the exact things that he's suing her for. So let's just say it's for slander. And how? I think his feud, the bottom line is, his feud, slander meaning that she has caused him loss of income, loss of reputation. First of all, if you just see a still shot of the guy, how he dresses with really dirty, nasty wigs and sloppy makeup, that right there is damaging. That right there is enough to damage your reputation right there without anything. Nobody has to help. But I think that whenever you get into a YouTube beef, especially when it's drama, you gain. You say about your reputation. He has gained more followers. He's probably gained income. He's probably gained support in the fuckery genre from his beef with DC Media Girl and supporting cast. He's gained from it. I promise you. He hasn't lost anything. If he didn't have that beef with her, he wouldn't be getting any support. He got people to give him money for his legal costs. So how is he losing money when he's saying, hey, pay me, I've got to go? He's trying to shake somebody down. So look at it from that. And that's one of my points with people when they're like, take them to court for slander. I was like, yeah, why? In most situations, especially like the one that we're in right now with Sam Telfer, the bigger channel, right? If you look at what our AdSense month is going to be for the last 2 months, the supporters that we've gotten, we've gained support, we've gained reputation in our specific situation. Whenever you have that situation where a bigger channel comes after a smaller channel in the YouTube drama genre, the losing channel or the smaller channel always kinds of comes out better if there's no headspace that's occupied. See, for Mandy and I, those YouTube beefs, they occupy your headspace. They get in your head. That's really it. And that's what I taught when I'm talking to my friends that have gotten into legal situations. I say, look, number one, you're going to win these things. I have never in our situation seen somebody that got stuck to them for slander or defamation, because we're all kind of a bunch of clowns. Hussey looks like a clown. That's what he looks like. They said, well, she's defaming me, she's slandering me, you're a freaking clown. You look like a clown. I thought the first couple times I saw him, like in whatever, in comments and stuff, I thought that was his character. I thought his character was a clown. I thought he was doing it on purpose, like a circus character. I had no idea that he truly was legitimately thinks that he looks good in any way, shape, or form. He looks ridiculous. And the second thing is he's over there slumming with Katie. I mean, even that, what's the color of his name? Orange has finally dumped Katie. He finally walked away from that. There was a control freak there trying to control a mentally ill person, and that never goes well when you sit there and observe it. And finally he said, you're not worth the trouble anymore. So I mean, I would focus on things like that. It's like, this is his platform, he's with her, and it's a couple of clowns. Anyway, part of what we talked about, see, and so for DC Media Girl, what I hope happens as kind of like irony is I hope she raises a ton of money. I know a lot of people have contributed to it. I think it's enough to retain what she needs, I believe, to have this ridiculous case thrown out. And I think she really called his bluff. He was gonna frickin' go, I'm gonna sue you, and she gets served with something, and she turned right back around and says, well, I'll play that game. Followers will give more money to her than they did to him, right? So she's gonna just ante up so that the playing field is level in this ridiculousness. And hopefully she has enough, and she's forthright with the people that have contributed, that they throw the case out and then she has enough money afterwards to go do something nice for herself or for her neg or whatever she wants to do. And that would be the perfect fitting thing to have happen, is this case is thrown out, and she thought she'd had enough money for a countersuit. But I would recommend to her, take that extra money when this is over and go do something nice for yourself and let everybody know what you did, and thank Hussey for his stupid ass lawsuit. Anyway, there's that. But while we were talking, and while I was doing the interview with her, and we were going back and forth, she expressed to me a lot of questions that have been posed to me, and I guess maybe were asked to her about me, was, why don't we sue Trisha for slander and this and that? And I think now more than ever, see, like I said before, when Sam Telfer used her and fucked her up really bad over the last couple weeks or so, more people saw it, and now more people are going, God damn, Sean, why don't you sue her? It's been more than usual because there was more people that have got to see it, that leaned in. There's nobody out there beating me up in my comments or anything about yelling at me or being insulting to me about it or being disparaging to me. The only one, and this is very telling, by the way, the only one that's come into my comment section was Sam herself. Now, that to me is victory. When you get into beef with these other YouTube platforms, and we haven't said nothing to each other directly to one another, we don't. But Sam doesn't have the people or the resources to troll me or to get people into my comment sections to make me uncomfortable. She had to come over herself with her bullshit. So in my last vlog, I pinned her comment. I think that, and the people that have gotten back with me are like, oh my God, you got Telfer to come straight over into your comment section. I was like, amen, brother. They're like, bravo. She came out of her crypt. She doesn't have the people or the trolls or she can't. So she had to do it her damn self. I'm like, I know. I'm telling you. But there's other people that have been saying, Sean, why don't you do this? And I tried to explain it on DC Media Girl stream, but this is the thing. Nobody, Trisha's constantly in court. She's always, every month she's in court for something. And so it would do me any good to throw something on the docket. I haven't lost anything because of her words. She hasn't touched my reputation. My reputation's been better. She hasn't taken a dime from me. I have had more resources and bettered myself since I've been away from her. And I don't watch it. So the first thing they'll say to you is, do you have them blocked? Yeah, I got them blocked. Okay, so how do you see it? I don't really. The only time I really see anything is because people tell me and this and that. And I see a lot of snippets, and I told you the last couple of weeks because of the awful, because of Sam Telfer's awful decision to exploit and use her because she can't get at me and she can't really shake Mandy and I. I did watch. I did watch a little bit of it because part of me was like, I know Sam was a low down, like doesn't really have a whole lot going on as far as like empathy, but I didn't think she was so messy. And I didn't really think she can sit there and say, I'm Trisha's #1 fan. Well, then why did you fuck with her head so much? Why did you do that? Why did you get her all riled up to make her think that anything was going to be different for her? That's the bottom line. So, but besides that, I don't tune into it. I'm in a community that the other one is also in, so I'm going to see stuff on Twitter. I'm going to do whatever. My wife may tune into watching some of it with her friends or whatever, but I don't have to be part of that. Neither of us tune into Sam Telfer's stuff. So that would be the very first thing, is to be like, so how do you know this is being said? And I'd have to explain that to them. And I'd have to show them where it's being said. And I'd have to do the research on that. And then I'd have to have somebody corroborate it, somebody legally to corroborate into. And there's a whole process. I mean, I've been in court as a defendant and heard it. And basically they say, not only do you not have evidence that violates the First Amendment, nothing's been taken from you, and you can't really prove anything. That's the main thing, is I sit here and I preach all the time about how much time is wasted. I mean, Yaba could even get up and lie on the stand when she was in court with them, and they still didn't give her what she wanted. Sam had to lie when she went into court with Arabia and say that she was in a sexual relationship with her to get them to seriously consider the DV thing and to grant an EPO. That's the main reason right there, you guys, is I am not invested enough in any of that or paying attention to any of that to really try to build a case. That's really the bottom line. And I talked a little bit on the stream about on Rumble with DC Media Girl about how Onslow County looks at me. Here was a guy that was by her side for all of her fuckery, and I got out of that. I've got away from that. I moved away. I had to come back for the fraudulent charges she brought us up on, and also I didn't even have to come back for the divorce. I came back once to get my stuff, once because she made us come back for a case, and that's it. For me to go back into Onslow County and to solicit the services of an attorney and to bring a case wouldn't be beneficial for me, and that wouldn't be shedding a good light. As far as everybody in Onslow County is concerned, I got away with my life. When we came back for the fraudulent charges, I was a little bit squeamish about it because I thought, up here I come, and all these people, they don't like me because of the past, and they were behind us 100%. They were happy to see me. The attorneys that I would see when I would go there were happy to see me. Our attorney was genuinely happy for the route that I'd taken. The bailiffs that I'd see all the time, the police officers in the courtrooms greeted me when we came back, and they were happy to see me, and they were happy to see me healthy, and they were thrilled to meet Mandy. And Mandy wasn't used to being in court, so she was kind of sick about it, but we came out of there, it was like, these people genuinely like you. You know, they genuinely are happy for you. And I said, yeah, you know, they are. It's like now living in Dawsonville. I've been in sort of the public eye because I work right in the center of this little town at a post office, and they see me about. Sometimes I'm out in the mail truck, sometimes I'm there we go to Walmart, we go places and people know me. Hey, you know, because when you're in a small town like this, I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. Bill Elliott, you know, NASCAR and Chase Elliott are from Dawsonville. I was there the other day, and I was working up front, so I had to wear my name tag. I didn't have mine, so I was wearing my coworker's name tag. And Bill Elliott comes in. He comes in about once a month, and he does like certified and registered stuff because he's got a lot of business dealings, and I help him with that. And so he comes in and he looks at the name tag and he says, "You're not," and says the guy's name, and he goes, "You're not that guy. You're Sean." This is Bill friggin' Elliott, man. You know, this guy's one of the greatest NASCAR drivers. And he knows me, and I have a good reputation in town, and they know my family. So that's it. We've got a couple other people that have YouTube channels or big marketplace channels. I'll tell you, one of them is I'm not gonna say. My friends know who they are. There's two of them, and I handle their post office stuff for them. I get it, and I appreciate when people say, we're watching this and we see it, and why don't you take them to court? But my life off of YouTube, I'm a million miles from that. I'm a million miles away. I'm a million miles away from when Mandy and I shut off the camera, and I don't sit around and think about it. I don't have enough time in a day. I can barely do a vlog coming, you know, driving home. So that's really it. And it was hard to when you're sitting on a YouTube interview or a live stream with somebody else and they're talking to you, it's borderline disrespectful to say, well, because YouTube's not that important or Rumble is that. But really for me, when I shut this down, we've got stuff to do today. I'm going to go to the store and get stuff to clean out the chicken coop. We might stop by mom and dad's. We got a few days before we go on vacation, and we got a bunch of stuff to do, and I work. So my life, day in and day out, is much nothing to do with YouTube. I don't want to step back into that legally. And I hope that kind of explains it. I don't think it would be beneficial. I don't think the money spent, I don't think the time spent, I don't think it would be better for my reputation in the outside of the internet, in the real world. I don't think it would help it. You know, I think that it would hinder it. I think people would, in the legal system, I think my attorney, I think just overall, my family, everybody, it's like, I'm not at that point. I'm not at that point. We've talked about it a couple of times and this and that, but that's really the answer. I hope that's a good one. We have the world of YouTube. Some people, it's their job. They get on there, they do vlogs, they make some money, they pay their bills, they build their channel, it's their job. It's not for me. We like to do it because we made a lot of friends over the last several years. Both of us have. We met each other through YouTube. Mandy's developed some really good, solid friendships. And that's why we're still here. We're here because, you know, we have people that ask us to be here. But when we shut the camera off, we're not doing things intentionally for YouTube. You know, we're not. And a lawsuit away from YouTube, that's what a judge would say is, can't you just shut it off and walk away? And the answer would be yes to that. So that's my explanation. Hope it was a good one. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.